NotebookLM es una herramienta de inteligencia artificial lanzada por Google que funciona como un asistente de investigación y toma de notas. La estaba investigando y hay una funcionalidad que me voló la cabeza que es el Audio Overview. La herramienta consiste en que vos le subas un documento, un link o cualquier fuente y puedas interactuar con ese documento, enriquecerlo, generar otros documentos como una guía de estudio, un FAQ, un briefing doc. Pero mirá qué pasa cuando le subís un link, por ejemplo, de tu página web. En este caso, le subí una de nuestras soluciones para agencias de marketing, que es el desarrollo de un portal de datos que ofrecemos en Dataquimia. Lo agregué como un website link, ¿sí? Lo pego aquí. Y además de poder interactuar con el documento, le voy a pedir esto que es lo que más me interesa. Una conversación entre dos personas, que por ahora es en inglés, y que te genera como un podcast. Mira, le voy a dar a generar y te muestro los resultados.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the deep dive. We got a really interesting one today, something a lot of you have been asking about. Marketing agencies and how they're dealing with, well, just mountains of data. And you've pointed us towards this platform called Datakemia. It's supposed to be kind of a big deal.
Yeah, for sure. And the stuff you sent over directly from Datakemia, they're clearly laser focused on marketing agencies. So I think in this deep dive, what we really want to do is get to the heart of what Datakemia is offering and see how it could, potentially change the game for how these agencies manage all that data and, ultimately how they work with their clients.
Okay, so let's start with the basics here. What's the problem that Datakemia is trying to solve? Why is this kind of platform so relevant right now?
Well, you have to think about the way agencies typically report to their clients, right? It's a lot of manual work, pulling data from all these different platforms, cleaning it up, making it look nice in reports. A ton of time and resources just disappear into that black hole. Oh, yeah, I can only imagine. Hours and hours every month just crunching numbers. And I bet that manual approach has other drawbacks, like you said. Maybe the reports aren't as specific to each client as they could be, and maybe the data isn't quite as up to date as clients want it, like trying to, sail a boat using yesterday's weather report.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is that the big agencies, the ones with the big budgets, they've often just built their own solutions. They have these whole teams of developers and data scientists who build fancy data portals. And then they often charge their clients extra for access to those portals, like a subscription.
So it's kind of an uneven playing field, right? The big guys have this advantage. So is this where Datakemia comes in? It sounds like they're trying to level the playing field by offering the same kind of advanced features, the real-time data, the interactive stuff to smaller agencies who don't have the resources to build it all themselves.
That's the idea. Their main thing, their big sell, is this branded interactive data portal. Imagine like a central online hub where an agency can bring together all their clients' marketing data and show it in a way that's way more engaging than just a boring old report.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what makes this portal so different? What are the key features that make it, so attractive?
Well, the big one is that it automates report generation.
Yeah.
Like poof, no more of that manual stuff we were talking about.
Right.
And then there's the real-time access for clients, which is huge.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost the agency anything extra. That can be a real deal breaker with a lot of those data platforms,
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially these days, clients want to know what's happening with their campaigns right now, not wait a week for a report.
Absolutely. And it's not just a generic dashboard either. It's fully branded with the agency's logo, their colors, their whole look and feel. They could even host it on their own domain name, like www.your-brand.com. Makes them look super professional.
So it's automated, real time, and looks great. What else have we got?
This is where things get really interesting. It's all powered by AI, so clients can actually interact with the data. They can type in questions, just normal language, and get instant answers. It's like having a dedicated data analyst on call 24/7, but without the cost.
Wow. Okay. So instead of just passively reading a report, they can actually explore the data themselves. That's cool. And I noticed in the material you sent, it also mentioned that agencies could actually make money from these reports.
Yeah, exactly. They can offer it as a premium service to their clients, something that sets them apart.
Yeah.
Because it's so interactive and AI-driven, it really adds value. Could be a whole new revenue stream for them.
Interesting. So what kind of data are we talking about here? What platforms can Datakemia actually connect to?
They have a really impressive list of integrations, pretty much all the big ones. Paid advertising platforms like Google Ads and Facebook Ads, website analytics like Google Analytics, CRM systems, even email marketing platforms. It's meant to be a one-stop shop for all their marketing data.
Okay, cool. So the material you got from Datakemia's website, it had some specific examples of how they kind of sell this, right? Let's walk through them. The first one talked about how much time and money gets wasted on traditional reporting. How do they frame their solution to that?
Yeah, they really hit on that pain point. Basically, they say that by automating all that data collection and presenting it in this nice branded portal, agencies can save a ton of time and effort.
Hmm.
And because clients can access it through the agency's own website, it opens up opportunities to, maybe even charge for it. It's all about doing more with less.
Efficiency and adding value. I like
Yeah.
it. The second example focused on how innovative agencies are moving towards these AI-powered data portals. What's the main message there?
Well, the message is that the whole industry is changing. Static dashboards are out, and these interactive portals are in. They say it's because these portals automate all those tedious tasks, lets clients see their data without needing to pay extra for licenses, and give them the power to really dig into the data themselves. It's about modernizing the whole reporting process and, staying ahead of the competition.
It's really interesting, this idea of clients being able to ask questions to the data, like it's a person. It
Yeah.
feels like a big shift from just giving them a report to actually collaborating with them on understanding the data.
Totally. And the third example builds on that. It talks about how agencies are using AI to change the way they present results using these interactive portals. They emphasize that you can pull data from all your marketing channels, paid ads, social media, your website, CRM, email, everything comes together in one place.
It sounds like a much more streamlined and unified way of managing and presenting marketing performance. The fourth example talked about how even big agencies are making the switch to automated reporting. What was the key takeaway there?
The point is that even those huge agencies are seeing the benefits of ditching the old manual reports and going for these automated interactive portals. It's cheaper, it's faster, and they don't need massive teams to manage it. Datakemia says they can offer that same level of sophistication to smaller agencies. Real-time campaign tracking, a beautiful client portal, all the bells and whistles, but without the insane costs or hidden fees.
So they're taking something that used to be only for the big players and making it accessible to everyone. I like that. And then the final example really hammers home the cost effectiveness.
Yeah, it's all about how you don't have to spend a fortune to get amazing results. They talk about how forward-thinking agencies are optimizing their budgets with these interactive portals that give them real-time data, make it easy to create custom reports for each client, and are way more affordable than hiring a whole data team. And they're very transparent about pricing, no surprises.
That's great. Okay, so we understand the problems Datakemia is addressing and the benefits of their platform. But how does it actually work? They talk about a 4-step process on their website. The first step is automate data workflows. What does that mean?
So first things first, they connect all the agency's different data sources into one central cloud-based warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing is they use AI to do this. And they say it can process and clean the data up to 10 times faster than traditional methods. So it's like super fast data prep.
Wow, 10 times faster. That's huge. That frees up so much time for actually, thinking strategically and talking to clients. The next step is select the best KPIs. How does Datakemia approach that?
So they work with the agency to figure out what's most important to them, what data really matters. They look at the agency's existing workflows, identify any data challenges, and then design the best KPIs, the key performance indicators, basically the metrics that show how well the campaigns are doing. And agencies can choose from pre-made dashboard templates or build their own custom ones depending on what they need.
So it's flexible, it can adapt to different needs.
Gotcha. Step 3 is launch your data portal. What happens there?
This is where the agency's custom portal goes live. Datakemia handles all the technical stuff, and the portal sits on the agency's own domain name, so it's all seamless. They can share dashboards with their team and with their clients, and it's all secure. They use row-level access control, so people only see the data they're supposed to see. Keeps everything confidential.
Security is definitely a must-have when you're dealing with client data. And the final step is unlock insights with AI. Tell me more about that.
Right, so this is where that natural language processing comes in. Users can just type in a question, like they're asking a colleague, and the AI finds the answer in the data. But it goes beyond that. The AI can also add context to the data and even predict future trends, so you get a much deeper understanding of what's going on.
It sounds like a really complete package, from data integration to AI-powered analysis, all in one user-friendly branded portal. Exactly. It's not just about seeing numbers. It's about understanding the story those numbers are telling and using that to make better decisions.
All right, so to sum it all up, What's the one big takeaway for someone who wants to understand why Datakemia matters for marketing agencies?
The big takeaway is this. Datakemi is a huge opportunity for agencies, especially smaller ones, to really up their game. By using AI in these interactive data portals, they can be more efficient, build stronger relationships with their clients, and even find new ways to make money. It's pretty powerful stuff.
And for our listeners who wanted the quick rundown on all this, well, there you have it. You now know what Datakemia is all about and why it could change the way agencies work with data and interact with their clients.
And this brings up a really interesting question for you to ponder. As these AI-powered tools become more accessible, will it change the whole marketing landscape? What will clients expect from their agencies in terms of data transparency and real-time insights? It's definitely something to think about.